Located in the northern state of Maharashtra, Nashik is known for its inherent cultural value and historical significance that witnesses the largest congregation of Hindus. However, over the past decade, the city of 1.4 million has emerged as the wine capital of India. Nashik is India's most prolific wine producing area. The wine industry expanded since the mid 90s, and now there are 40 vineyards spread throughout the area.
Nashik, it has a good climactic condition to grow the grape plants. At the daytime, it's a very hot, night it's a very cold. And the soil which we have, it's a black rocky soil, which contains less water but more minerals and the flavors. That's why the Nashik became wine capital of India. The plants you can see over here, we are planted as per the north to south direction. Straight you can see. The reason behind that, when the sun is rise from the east, it's set to the west. So the berries is proper sunlight. When the sun is top of your head, the berries is dry from the down also. The soils also get heated for heat to the plant. There you can see one black pipe over there. It's called a drip irrigation. So each plant get a proper amount of water. We don't give more water to the plant because we need that plant should be struggle for the water. So the root they goes deeply inside to the soil and they absorb all the minerals and the flavor from the soil. That's the main purpose. The rose plant you can see corner to the vineyard. Therefore the show also and they also indicate any kind of diseases, bacteria, fungus, infection. If it is come is first on rose plant because roses are very sensitive. So maximum wineries they are located on slope. Okay, we don't give more water to the plants. So these all plants we are planting on a slopes. So the excess amount of the rainwater it just drain to the dam side.
Right.
Okay, and we are giving very less water to the plant. Start a pesticide on the grape plant. Otherwise, we never use a pesticide on the grape plant. Again, in October, we cut every stem, every leaf from the plant, which called a second pruning. So when the new leaves are coming, when the winter is start, that harvest we are taking from January to March. So this is the whole cycle. So 50 years back, Nashik called as a grape city. Okay, 25 years back, nowadays they call as a wine city.
Wide variety of wine ingredient is used in different region and state according to their speciality and capacity of production.
See, wine it's a term that any kind of fermented juice called wine.
Right.
So if you go to North India, people they are making wine from apples. If you go to South India, people they are making wine from rice. If you go to Japan, national drink is sake, okay, which is made from rice.
Right.
If you go to Goa, people they are making wine from cashew feni. Yeah. If you go to Lonavala, Mahabaleshwar, people they are making wine from strawberries. Right. So Nashik Valley has a good climatic condition to grow the grape plant. So here we are following the European culture. We are preparing wine from a grape juice.
Located at an altitude of 700 meters above the sea level, Nashik has an ideal temperature variation, particularly in winters, that helps grape retain acidity and optimal sugar levels.
So because of the this winter season, the grapes contain good amount of acidity, and because of the summer and the sunlight, it contain good amount of sugar. So both we need to make a good quality of wine.
Red grapes generally make red wine, but not always, although green grape make white wine. Fermentation time and grape type and type of growing season all impacts the color of wine. Wine making goes in several stages that follows harvesting, crushing, pressing, fermentation, filtration, barrel maturation, aging and later bottling.
This is a de-stemmer machine. This generally we are using for a black grape variety. So we just put the black grape bunches into this machine. Inside the machine you can see one steel rod is there. It just get rotated. It separates the berries from the stem. That's it. So the berries fall somewhere in a crusher. We crush them a little bit and with the help of some pipe we directly transfer the skin, seeds and the juice into the tank. This is for a black grape. We call a pneumatic press machine or a balloon press machine. So inside the machine there is one big canvas bag is there. Capacity of this machine is 1 ton grape at a time we can press. So we just put the green grape bunches into this machine. We close the door and we start the compressor. We blow the bag with the help of some air, but it put near about 1.5 ton pressure per centimeter on grape. But we gently press the grape, we slowly press the grape. So we take out all the juice drop by drop. We collect somewhere in a big tub and with the help of some pipe we directly transfer the juice into the tank. See the main tank inside over here, it's covered with the steel jacket. So between the jacket we circulate the glycol. Glycol basically it's a chemical, it's a cooling chemical. To maintain the temperature of the tank we are using the glycol. So once we fill the juice into the tank we add the yeast. Basically yeast is a fungus. It just eats the sugar and produces the alcohol and the carbon dioxide as a byproduct. So the carbon dioxide released from that white knob you can see at the top of the tank just like a pressure cooker whistle. White wine take near about 10 to 15 days for the fermentation. Red wine take near about 25 to 25 days for the fermentation. So once the alcoholic fermentation is done, we age the wine, we mature mature the wine. We keep the wine as it is into the tank for longer time. White wine we're keeping for 5 to 6 months. Red wine we're keeping for 8 to 9 months. Few limited red wine we're keeping in a barrel, wooden barrel. One barrel can contain 225-liter wine. This is a boutique concept winery. So the owner, they believe that if you are making something small quantity, you ensure about the quality. So these are the French and American oak wood barrel. The finest oak wood you'll get in France and America, and the major barrel factories are located over there. So the harvesting of oak wood it's once in 100 years. So that's why these barrels are very costly. When they land in India, it costs almost 80,000 rupees per barrel. So why we are aging the red wine into the barrel? So red wine, they are fermented with the skin, and skin contain tannin. Tannin is a thing that if you age, the tannins become smoother, softer and lighter. It's like a pickle. If you age the pickle, it becomes more smoother and softer. So every wood, it has very tiny small pores over there, so which take air from outside and give flavor to the wine, which called a micro oxidation. That's why the barrel manufacturer, they burn the wood inside first and then they send it to the whiskey and wine manufacturer, so that the wine and whiskey get smoky, woody flavor. Some winemaker, they are using a used whiskey barrel to keep the wine for longer time. Some whiskey manufacturer, they are using a used wine barrel to keep the whiskey for longer time. Basically, are playing with the flavors. After the aging, the wine is waiting for the bottling. Once we get an order, then we bottle it, label it and sell it. That's the whole process. It will take almost a year to prepare. Now you can see some particles are there. These particles called Dady's particle. So no one want to drink this kind of particle wine. So we have to remove the particles. So what we do, we are using a traditional method. So we are keeping all these bottles on these wooden racks. So when we keep the bottle on the wooden racks at a 45-degree angle, every week we twist the bottle little bit and turn it. After 2 to 3 months, the bottle get totally upside down. With the help of gravity, all the Dady's particles slowly settle over here in this cap. Then, in ancient days, people, they don't have technology. So they are doing the riddling process. They are taking a sword or knife, they directly cut the neck of the bottle. And that's how they are enjoying the drink. But that time, they are making wine for their family, for their friends. Nowadays, the wine become more commercialized. So we need to sell these bottles. So again, we are using glycol for that. This is a bottleneck freezing machine. So we are taking the glycol from the tank and we transfer into this machine. So we on the machine, and the machine reduce the bottle neck temperature near about minus 10 degrees Celsius. So like within 1 hour, the bottle neck get totally freeze. So when the bottle neck get totally freeze, so we can easily turn the bottle. So the particle won't again come inside the bottle. Then we put the bottle in a process which called a disgorging. So the process, the machine gives little bit hot air to the cap, and the caps automatically pop up with the pressure, and with the pressure all the Dady's particles, they are gone. Then the bottle goes to the next stage. It get put on cork or then tied with the metal thread. So this all process happened like 5 to 6 seconds. The machine is working very fast over there. Then we clean all these bottles, we put some labels on that, foils on that, and we make it ready for sale.
Dining etiquette and wine basic knowledge are also necessary to make a perfect occasion.
Hold a wine glass from the stem like this. Yes. Because each and individual wine should be drunk at certain temperature. The white wine always chilled. Temperature should be 6 to 8, maximum 10 degrees Celsius. That's why wine glass has the longer stems to maintain the temperature of the wine. If you hold from the base like this, your body temperature is warm. It can affect the wine temperature also. That's why we hold from the stem. And then see the wine. How to check your wine is fresh or not. Just hold the wine glass at a 45-degree angle, just like me, and just focus on the tip portion. If the wine is clear like a crystal, then your wine is fresh. But if you see any haziness or cloudiness or any particles, then your wine is being oxidized, not fresh at all. And then swirl the wine round and round. The more you swirl, the more the wine will get oxidized and the flavors will come up. The natural flavor of the French grapes, which are used for the wine making. Draw a circle on the table. And then snip the wine. Then take a sip.
Tropical white wine and fruit-driven red wine are coupled with careful winemaking creates a uniquely refreshing wine with n number of categorization.
A wine label is identified by the region name or a grape name, like the Champagne. Its origin from Champagne region, Bordeaux, Burgundy, because the grape which are from own origin, like the Pinot Noir from Burgundy, the variety of Burgundy. But in India, we are at the grape name. Gold means early harvested, high acidic, low sugar. That is called the dry wine. Early harvested wine, January 1st and 2nd week. Riesling is again grape variety, but the German grape variety, usually used for making the ice wine. If you see reserve in the bottle below the grape name, that indicates barrel age for 1 year. Rosé gold. Grape variety used for the rosé wine is Zinfandel. It's a red grape variety from the California. And the rosé in the French term they call the pink. One of the strongest wine called as the Shiraz. Shiraz is grape variety from the France and second in the Australia.
There are many unusual and alternative uses of wine. Researchers have studied especially red wine extensively for its possible health benefits.
The wine is having more nutrients content, so it's having antioxidants, flavonoids are there, so it's having low calories. So if you drink red wine regularly along with your meal, so it will help to reduce your cholesterol. Who is having diabetes, they can drink the dry red wines or dry white wine.
Wineries are good example of working landscape because many communities are solely dependent on wine production for their survival. The wine industry also covers 3 sectors of the economy: agriculture, manufacturing and trade. Wine has been produced for thousands of years and also used as a symbol of blessing and judgment throughout the Bible.